Bonjour! Welcome back to French Action. My name is Jenny. This video is a continuation of the oral of the TEF Test d'évaluation de français, an examination you may need to take if you wish to migrate to Canada, or simply if your employer requests it. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti! Just a quick reminder, the oral of the TEF is in two sections. Section A, which is a formal conversation where you need to find out some information. And section B, which is what we're going to do here, which is totally the opposite because it's informal, so you will be talking to your friend. In case you didn't watch section A, here's the thumbnail of this video, which is really the first part you need to watch before we move on to section B right now. So you have to imagine that you've completed section A of the oral and you are now moving on to section B. Imagine you're given this document. Atelier de jardinage pour bénévoles. Créez un parc pour vous et vos enfants et vous apprenez à jardiner. Place limitée. Réservée au 0800 436 990. Then you're given the instructions. I remind you that this part is 10 minutes, whereas section A was 5 minutes. Vous avez lu cette publicité sur un atelier de jardinage. Vous en parlez à votre ami qui aime jardiner. Présentez-lui le document. Essayez de le convaincre ou de la convaincre à s'inscrire. Your task is twofold. One, you need to present the document clearly and informally because the examiner will play the part of your friend. And then you will need to convince him or her by finding the right arguments and defending your views. I can assure you that the examiner is not going to be somebody who is easily convinced. So you need to really fight to find the right arguments and try to convince as much as possible. I can imagine some of you asking, what if I don't understand the examiner? Well, section A enables the examiner to assess your level. So by the time you reach section B, the examiner will have adapted to your level. So you don't have to worry about that. Also, something you need to know, if you don't understand a word in the document, for example, like in this case, if you don't understand bénévole, which means volunteer, you can ask for clarification. Because the whole idea is for you to understand the document and then have a 10-minute conversation with the examiner. I've come up with a little presentation as an introduction so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Salut Christiane, comment ça va? So you would start like that, okay? And the examiner will say, ça va bien, merci. J'ai quelque chose pour toi. And the examiner may say, oh, really? Vraiment? Oui, je suis tombée sur une publicité qui va te plaire. Je sais que tu aimes jardiner, mais tu n'as pas de jardin. Donc, tu pourrais t'inscrire à un atelier de jardinage en tant que bénévole. Ah, vraiment? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cet atelier de jardinage en tant que bénévole? And then you continue with the conversation. So, 3 tips for you. 1, Make sure you understand the document and the instructions. Remember, if there's something in the document you don't understand, you can ask, and of course in French, no English is to be spoken, you can ask for clarification or meaning so that you can complete the task. Second, you need to find arguments very quickly because you know already that the examiner is going to be against this workshop. He or she is going to find all kind of reasons for not taking part in it. So you have to find arguments very quickly. And then you need to speak naturally, okay? Just like the way I did it. And just imagine that the examiner is really your friend. So remember, if the examiner is your friend, there's no vous at all. It will be tu at all times. Now we're going to look at the criteria for Section B. There are 4 of them. The first one being the ability to present and to defend or to express your views. The other 3 are based on the structures, how you structure your sentences, and it's called syntax. Then the lexique is the vocabulary, the words you use. And finally, the aisance à l'oral. Aisance à l'oral means basically fluency and how you pronounce your words. So let's look at the key to the levels, starting with basic, of course. A1 will obviously be basic sentences with many mistakes. This is obviously expected. A2, many hesitations. Means pronunciation may hinder comprehensions and there will be mistakes as well. For intermediate, B1, complex sentences are rare, but the candidate makes mistakes and hesitates at times. B2, the candidate can defend his or her viewpoints, can use some complex sentences and is quite fluent, and there are almost no hesitations. For C1, the candidate is going to use a wide range of vocabulary and structures, will be fluent, could even have a sense of humor. C2 will be the person who speaks like a native, obviously fluent, can even make puns and so on. All the levels are explained in this video, so check it out. We've come to the end of this video and I hope that it has been helpful. Please like it, share it. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you're about to take the TEF, I wish you bonne chance. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please write them down in the comment box and I will respond to you. Au revoir!